Now on CoastTV News.
Much anticipated traffic signals ready to go on Munoz-Conway Road. When you can expect these signals to be active.
Violent car crash, where this happened, and what we know about the health of the drivers.
New health campuses are coming to Millsboro, what the campuses will offer, and what first responders think about it.
New top brass in Rehoboth Beach, the government change you'll want to know about.
And warmer weather that will remind you of summer weather is in the forecast, along with below freezing temps. I'll give you the timing of both.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
New traffic lights, the major intersection. It's going to look different and hopefully be a bit safer. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with a change coming above a major roadway in Lewis.
After months of construction and waiting, new stoplights are almost ready along Munoz-Conway Road and Route 9.
Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us when you can expect to get the green light.
The intersection of Munoz-Conway Road and Route 9 is busy. It's hectic. And at times, even dangerous.
Anybody I've spoken to always is complaining about, especially when you have to make the left-hand turn.
Michael Gilsonen lives right by the intersection.
Driving across is even worse, especially if you're coming up Munoz-Conway. You got to be very careful when you cross.
And has good reason to be concerned.
There's been a couple deaths here and stuff at the intersection.
Last December, there were 2 fatal crashes within weeks of each other at this intersection, with one of them being on Christmas Eve. With an eye towards improving driver safety, DelDOT has added new traffic lights to this intersection, and they're scheduled to go live later this month. Something Gilsonen says he and his neighbors are excited to see.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
This already busy intersection is getting more traffic right now. The new traffic signal is on a detour for the Plantation Road closure. DelDOT is asking drivers to be careful and alert for the change when it goes into effect.
There's just continued, traffic changes that are happening in this area, and we're doing our best to really address those issues and help traffic move as safely and easily as possible.
A change in traffic that will hopefully lead to safer roads in Lewis. These lights behind me here are expected to be active on November 17th. I'm Charles Reinert in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Miami, Florida played host to the 3rd Republican primary debate tonight.
The debate was a field narrowed to just 5 candidates looking to set themselves apart as the chief challenger to former President Donald Trump for that GOP nomination.
The former president skipped the debate, actually, holding a rally just a short distance away. As Alice Barr reports, this debate comes a day after Democrats had an impressive showing in several states during the off-year elections.
That could portend a bigger challenge for Republicans as they hope to unseat President Biden and take full control of Congress next November.
In the 3rd Republican presidential debate, a slimmed-down 5 candidates aiming to narrow the field even more.
You gave them stuff. I didn't give them anything.
What's your story? They're trying to knock each other out of the way to become the main challenger to the overwhelming frontrunner, former President Trump.
He owes it to you to be on this stage and explain why he should get another chance. He should explain why he didn't have Mexico pay for the border wall.
Anybody who's going to be spending the next year and a half of their life focusing on keeping themselves out of jail and courtrooms cannot lead this party or this country.
Mr. Trump again choosing to skip the debate, rallying instead outside Miami.
Florida, great state. We love to be with you.
Foreign policy featuring prominently in the first debate since the start of the Israel-Hamas war.
You don't respond to an enemy and a terrorist with fear. You respond with strength. When you do that, that's when the world pays attention, and that's when Iran stops.
As President of the United States, my foreign policy is simple. You cannot negotiate with evil. You have to destroy it.
Ukraine aid, another key topic. And on China.
And we have to declare economic independence from our enemy.
The rivals zeroing in on the economy.
Everything involving Bidenomics, I'm going to rip it up and I'm going to throw it in the trash can.
We are going to unleash every bit of American energy.
The candidates all grappling with Tuesday night's election results that brought big wins for Democrats, centered on abortion rights.
Let's focus on how to save as many babies as we can and support as many moms as we can and stop the judgment.
A night focused on the issues with the first primary contest fast approaching. In Miami, Alice Barr, NBC News.
New tonight, a major car accident in Sand Hill Road and Sand Hill Line. This happened around 4:40 p.m. According to Delaware State Police, a gray Jeep Grand Cherokee being driven by a 35-year-old woman from Millsboro was traveling south on Sand Hill Road when a white Chevrolet Cruze driven by a 55-year-old Georgetown man was traveling north on Sand Hill Lane. According to the report, he failed to yield the right-of-way. The two collided. You can see just how dangerous and serious this crash was to both cars in the pictures. Both drivers were taken to area hospitals for non-life-threatening injuries.
Let's take a live look outside into our Tidal Health Nanocoat camera there in Seaford. Chilly tonight, but that roller coaster of temperatures we've been on may be going up again. Our First Alert meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. You almost stole my thunder, woman. No, yeah, well, that's okay. You're allowed to. You're my friend. It's no problem. And so are you, Charlie. I don't want anybody to think I'm not your friend, too. Now, my dear friends listening, hey, we had a normal day today. I mean, we're talking about 62 for the high. 61 is the norm, so we're like 1 degree, 1 tick above the norm for this time of the year. But compare that to where we were just 24 hours ago. We are actually 17 degrees cooler now than we were 24 hours ago. Yeah, that chilly feel in the air, that's a real thing. That's not a figment of your imagination. 13 degrees cooler in Salisbury and about 6 degrees cooler from 24 hours ago in Ocean City. We're in the 40s right now, but we're going to escalate nicely for Thursday and take a nosedive for the weekend. We'll have a full breakout of your extended forecast coming up in a moment. Till then, back to my friend Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. Breaking news tonight, big news out of Hollywood. The SAG-AFTRA strike, it appears to be over. Negotiators representing the actors have a tentative deal in place with the studios. It is reportedly a 3-year deal that will bring an end to the 118-day strike, which has crippled film and television production. So far, what is it that they've gotten for this massive effort? Well, there are protections in place, it looks like, for actors against artificial intelligence. Also, what is being reported as a historic pay increase, with most minimums going up by 7%. That is better than what the writers and the directors got. More details will be forthcoming. It is also important to note that while this is a tentative deal, it has not yet been accepted or ratified by the union membership.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. As you plan your weekend, if you're going across the Bay Bridge, you might want to plan ahead. On Sunday, November 12th, the bridge is scheduled to be closed from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m., the eastbound bridge, for the Bay Bridge Run. Rehoboth Beach has a new lawyer. Alex Burns, seen here, will take over as city solicitor from Glenn Mandalis. The two work at the same firm, and the change comes as Mandalis' responsibility as managing partner has increased significantly. Encouraging news for Cambridge job seekers. The Maryland Workforce Exchange reports there have been over 3,000 jobs posted for locals in the past month. Last week, there were over 101 new jobs posted in Cambridge or within 10 miles, either in-person or hybrid jobs. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
It's no secret that Millsboro is a growing town. With that growth comes the need for more healthcare services, of course. Both BB Healthcare and Tidal Health are bringing new campuses to Millsboro. The BB Healthcare campus will be built on Route 113 and Hardscrabble Road. It will offer an emergency room, emergency pediatric services, and other medical offices. The Tidal Health campus will be built on Route 20 and Route 113 in North Millsboro. Tidal Health says they will provide outpatient care. The Millsboro Fire Company president says it's an emergency service facility that's needed.
Anytime you can get a patient to the hospital quicker. I mean, our ambulance crews are a tremendous amount of people, are tremendous people who respond very quickly. But once you respond to that incident, the transport times between that incident and the hospital is very critical. The least amount of transport time we have and getting that patient to the hospital quicker is better for everybody.
BB Healthcare says it is currently in the design phase of the project and is working closely with DelDOT on a construction schedule. It hopes to open the new campus in 2025. Tidal Health says it is working to break ground in the fall of 2024 and open in 2026.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what medical facility does Sussex County need most? Let's take a look at the updated results from the earlier this evening.
Looking at the screen here, looks like the winner is more primary care. That is at 58% now. Trauma center with 24% in second place. Specialist 15%, and then 2% for central emergency department and just 1% for more cancer treatment.
Now, these polls are known to change even in the middle of our newscast, so if you want to vote, you can still do that. You can go to coasttvnews.com or you can use our Coast TV mobile app. We've got a lot more news to get to this evening.
That's right, Charlie. Still to come, fall wildfires are tearing across parts of Virginia. We'll let you know where the damage is concentrated.
And we're a bit on the cool side right now with temps in the 40s, but listen, we're going to kick off with a summer-like day tomorrow, followed by a spring-like day the day after, and then winter temps over the weekend.
And next, flooding problems on Reed Avenue in Dewey Beach. Why people who live on the street say that the problem is just getting worse with time. We're going to be back in just 60 seconds.
New updated COVID vaccines are now available. This updated COVID vaccine protects you from the Omicron variant XBB, currently one of the most common variants. No matter how many previous vaccines you have received, you should get the new COVID vaccine. Antibodies from previous doses may have gone down, no longer providing protection. Everyone 5 years and older should get one updated COVID vaccine. Those 6 months through 4 years should get 1 to 3 doses, depending on previous doses and manufacturer. Evening and Saturday appointments are available. Call La Red Health Center today.
The town of
This
Dewey Beach
is Coast TV News at 11.
The town of Dewey Beach says it has been working for years to solve the flooding problem on the bay side of Reed Avenue. Today, at an infrastructure meeting, 2 engineering companies proposed flood mitigation and drainage solutions for the street. Many of the houses on Reed Avenue sit higher off the ground, but people who live there say floods have damaged other property, like cars. Reed Avenue was covered with over a foot of water during Tropical Storm Ophelia early this fall. The Dewey Beach town manager told Coast TV after past projects failed, the town is searching for better options.
What we're looking at is several different options. One is putting flaps back in. One is putting another barrier around the storm drain pipes themselves. And the third one is actually putting a pump station in that'll help alleviate the water when it's on the street.
After listening to the 2 proposals, the committee selected a company to recommend to the commissioners for the project. The commissioners will announce at the next meeting in December what the next steps are for that project.
The 4th and final member of the Trump family testified in the civil fraud trial in New York today. Ivanka Trump testified that she was not involved in her father's financial statements, which are the heart of Attorney General Letitia James's case. Ivanka left the Trump organization back in 2017 to become a top White House aide for her father. An appeals court removed her from the case in June. After leaving court today, Trump attorney Alina Habba said their team is ready to present their case now that the Attorney General has rested.
Police and SWAT team members have been searching a section of New Jersey woods for a man wanted on charges related to the January 6th riot at the Capitol in Washington, D.C. The manhunt is for Gregory Yeatman. Yeatman served as a sergeant in the New Jersey National Guard until March of last year. Investigators have not yet said what charges it is that he is facing.
Wildfires are popping up across the southeast in the driest fall since 1939. This fire in eastern Scott County in Virginia now covers 350 acres and is just 50% contained. Resources are thin for state forestry crews who have just 8 people on that massive fire. U.S. Forest Service data shows eastern Kentucky and southwest Virginia are particularly hard hit by wildfires right now. At least 15 counties in western North Carolina have burn bans now in effect.
As we begin to take a look at our forecast, I want to remind you to be sure to scan the QR code in the bottom of your screen so that you can be sure to keep up with the dramatic changes that's actually happening with the forecast. We take a look at where we stand right now. We're standing, on the shoulders of temperatures in the 40s throughout the inland areas and in the 50s along the shore. That's the dynamic difference between being close to the water, which warms or cools slower than, let's say, the landmass. So it's 55 degrees in Rehoboth, Indian River Inlet, Bethany Beach, and Ocean City. However, as you go more inland, we cool down more dramatically. We're at 42 degrees, for example, in Milton, 46 in Greenwood, Seaford, 46 degrees, along with Del Mar. Now, we are looking pretty clear right now with our radar as well as our satellite depiction of what's going on. High pressure system is now easing its way out towards the water, which actually helps with the clockwise rotation because now it's swinging in lots of moist air around that rotation. So we're getting ready to warm up real nicely. Plus, we have a frontal boundary on the other side of us, but we're setting up for a summer-like day. I know when you walk outside today, you might look at me like I'm crazy and say, what are you talking about, weatherman? It's cold outside. Fear not, my friend. The winds of change, indeed, are getting ready to kick in. You see, by early tomorrow morning, we're going to start off in the 50s, like 50 degrees inland, 57, 58, 59 along the shore. And with the winds coming out of the south, we're setting up for a real summer-like feel. By lunchtime, we're going to be in the 70s, easily, okay? Now, Friday is a whole different story altogether. Friday, we're going to start off cloudy instead of clear. Friday, we're going to have the winds coming out of the north. You see how the arrows are coming in out of the north, indicating that flow? And Friday, we're looking for widespread rain to really kick in by 3 o'clock. In fact, with this model run, it's showing more widespread rain and heavier amounts of showers and more intense rain, believe it or not. Saturday, cloudy, and notice the arrows are still coming out of the top of your screen, which is indicating a strong flow, out of the north. So if you're going to rake your leaves, do it on Thursday. That would be my preference because it's warmer that day. It's a little too wet for Friday because it'll be raining there. And then with the winds and Saturday and the drop in temperatures, it's going to be too cold Saturday for me. But tonight, we'll drop down into the 40s. But for tomorrow, it's going to be a big-time warm-up. For Friday, cloudy, gloomy, and rainy, particularly after lunchtime. Now, if you're going to be enjoying some Veterans Day festivities, during the daylight hours, we'll warm to about 58 degrees, so it's going to feel slightly milder. In the morning time is going to be still chilly, but in the afternoon, we'll rebound nicely. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. 75 down to 56, 58, then we really dip down to 50 on Sunday, and then we stay in that low side for a little while till later the following week.
Thank you, Paul. Still to come, sleep habits. If your kids are having a tough time nodding off, well, it could be partially your fault.
And next, light the town green. Georgetown is going bold and bright to celebrate those who give back.
Hardee's newest handcrafted recipe, candied bacon, coated with caramelized brown sugar and a hint of pepper to add a whole new level of goodness to breakfast, lunch, dinner, or anytime. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
It hardly ever snows at our house this time of year, which can be a big bummer. But I still check every day, just in case. My mom says never give up, because the holidays are full of miracles. And they are, especially with my mom.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Life is a commitment, a beautiful journey that teaches us all that just when you think you've got it made, you've got another thing coming. To which we say, bring it on. You've got a heart that needs a hand. We've got hands committed to saving hundreds of hearts each year. You want your life back? We've got your back. And your hips, and your knees. You're facing a monster? We've got heroes. Life gets off to a rough start? We've got this, and this, and this. You have fear, we have hope. You're facing a storm? Hey, storm, is that all you got? Because we've got more. More ways to help, more ways to provide hope, more ways to prove our commitment to you. And that commitment, well, it runs deep.
You asked, Hardee's listened. Welcome home, Cinnamon Raisin Biscuit. The cinnamon icing drizzle goodness is back for the holidays. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Happening next week, the Circle in Georgetown will be lit up green. The Delaware Community Foundation and the town of Georgetown will light up the Circle during the week of November 13th to celebrate the impact of philanthropy. National Philanthropy Day is celebrated every November 15th.
New tonight, your child's sleep habits may be genetic. New research on genetic and children's sleep disorders found kids genetically predisposed to insomnia had more sleep issues, including difficulty falling asleep or frequently waking up during the night. Now, the study was published Wednesday in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry. It's the first study providing evidence that genetic susceptibility to being a poor sleeper can also be found early in life. Experts say it's important to establish good sleep hygiene from an early age. That means making sure kids have a dark, comfortable bedroom and they finish eating a few hours before bedtime.
The FDA approved another drug originally developed to treat diabetes for weight loss. It's called Mounjaro, and physicians have already been prescribing it off-label to help obese patients lose weight. The drug, whose generic name is tirzepatide, will be branded Zepbound for the new weight loss indication. One of the more popular drugs for type 2 diabetes often prescribed for weight loss is Ozempic. Zepbound has been shown to yield stronger results than other approved medicines. The FDA cleared it for people who are obese or overweight people with at least one weight-related health condition.
Coming up in sports, Del Mar Field on the hunt for an 8th straight state championship. We're going to take you to the Delaware State semifinal.
And next, Gobble Wobble for a Cause, how this turkey-themed race is giving back. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 11.
We salute Albert J. Burke, a Milford native whose exceptional journey in the U.S. Army and the Delaware Army National Guard has earned him a well-deserved place in the Delaware Aviation Hall of Fame. From his courageous service during the Vietnam War to his decades of dedication to our nation, Albert's legacy shines as a beacon of honor and unwavering patriotism. His remarkable achievements, including numerous awards and qualifications, reflect his extraordinary contributions to our country.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Pain and immobility take you away from everything you love to do. That's why at PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown, our focus is to rebuild your life by providing high-quality, post-acute care to those who suffered from serious injuries or illness. With state-of-the-art facilities, advanced robotics, highly trained professionals, and the highest level of rehabilitation care. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. PAM Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Georgetown.
Feel like you need to get away? Fisherman's Wharf Adventures has a getaway for you. Hop aboard our fleet of boats for fishing, dolphin cruises, and whale watching, or just lounging with friends and enjoying a cocktail. We offer full and half-day fishing, evening cruises, events, and even private charters too. Enjoy the adventure and take in the magic of the sea. With 3 generations in the business, we guarantee you'll enjoy the ride. What are you waiting for? Check us out online, then call to book your trip today.
At Rice's Termite and Pest Control, we know that pests can adapt to the changing seasons. Our home protection programs are designed for the Delmarva climate. Whether it's ants in the summer or mice in the winter, our programs have you covered. And every plan is backed by our Rice Return Guarantee. For a limited time, any new home protection program will receive 2 free mosquito treatments. Call or visit us online at delmarvasbestpestcontrol.com. Rice's Termite and Pest Control, where protecting your home is the family business.
Hi, it's Peter Guida, and on this episode of McQueen Classics, we're going to define what a classic car is. Any car 25 years or older, 1997 and below. So if it's languishing in your garage, we're going to come get it. We're going to turn it into cash. We're going to help you sell it. Seriously, we're going to come get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
Building a portfolio that gives you opportunities to grow your savings can be a challenge. Our team at Rosemont Wealth Management takes this challenge seriously. Contact us and we can work together on a comprehensive game plan that truly embodies your personal values and life objectives. Our focus is on what is important to you, your family, your lifestyle, your life events, so that you can maintain your lifestyle all the way through retirement. At Rosemont Wealth Management, we serve first, last, and always.
Looking ahead to what's next in news, an upcoming race is celebrating a holiday towards the end of the month's calendar. The Gobble Wobble 5K Run Walk is happening at Lake Forest North Elementary School in Felton on November 19th. This event is a fundraiser for Lake Forest Community Education Foundation, which awards many grants to support classroom initiatives, technology, sports, and the arts for Lake Forest students.
New tonight, Virginia's Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin addressed the media after Democrats in his state held on to the Senate and flipped the House on Tuesday. The governor calling it an example of just how purple the state is. Talking to the press Wednesday, Youngkin tamped down rumors that he might even join the Republican presidential race.
I am focused on Virginia. I have been in Virginia. My name is not on the ballot in New Hampshire. I have not been in Iowa. I'm not in South Carolina. I am in Virginia, and I look forward to staying focused on Virginia just like I have been.
Leading into Tuesday's election, Youngkin proposed a restriction on abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy, but Democrats campaigned hard against the plan and won key seats saying that message. The Delaware Symphony Orchestra continues its 118th season with a performance of Musica Bravo featuring Latin and Hispanic-inspired works this weekend in our area.
Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman introduces us to the guest conductor who is making history.
Michelle Di Russo, who is of Argentinian and Italian descent, moved to the U.S. 8 years ago to pursue her dream as a conductor. And today, she is getting ready to perform at Musica Bravo.
I'm super excited. I feel that I really had a lot of freedom in creating this program and, portraying something that is my whole essence.
Di Russo will be the first female conductor to take the Delaware Symphony Orchestra podium in decades.
It's really wonderful to have her on our podium. And it's also exciting to have a program like this that is so festive and so fun and just a little different from maybe what people normally expect a symphony to do.
Di Russo can't wait to take the stage and show her community music from different composers.
This program is just everything I could wish for. It's a dream program.
Di Russo hopes people fall in love with classical music in the concert that will take place at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, November 12th here at Cape Henlopen Open High School. In Lewis, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. Del Mar Field Hockey aiming to make their 9th straight state title game appearance and taking on Caravel Academy today. 5 minutes into the semifinals, Jordan Holloman tracks left and sets up a perfect reverse shot to the opposite corner of the cage to open the scoring for Del Mar. But the Caravel goalie, Addison Van Rensselaer, wouldn't make it easy on the catch. She blocks Holloman's first sweep and then flashes the pad to stop this chip shot. She had double-digit saves tonight. Now to the second quarter, still 1-0 Del Mar, and Holloman takes the corner for herself. The direct shot slams the backboard and the dominance by number 13 continues. She puts Del Mar up by 2. And they weren't done in this quarter. Layla Brown bounces it in front to Rylan Nichols, who pushes it past the keeper. The Wildcats take it 3-0 lead into halftime. Just 2 minutes into the third, Del Mar earns a penalty corner. Bitters to Holloman and another quick reception and release. That's 3 goals for Holloman. Into the fourth, it will be the same corner and the same result. Holloman notches her 4th goal of the evening off a direct shot that nails the right corner of the cage. Del Mar goes on to win 5-1, and they will play
The winner of Newark Charter School or Wilmington Friends in the title game at noon at the University of Delaware Saturday. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
And speaking of sports, join us on Coast TV to watch Sunday Night Football this Sunday. The New York Jets, the Las Vegas Raiders. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. And then right after the game, we're going to have your hyper-local Coast TV news to get you ready for that work week.
Let's check back in on our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what kind of medical facility does Sussex County need the most? Let's take a look at the updated results here. Looking at the screen, it looks like the majority, that's still for primary care at 58%. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttvnews.com or on our mobile app. Slinging into the next holiday season, and for a cause, why people will be chunking pumpkins on Veterans Day.
New episodes of Found, Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Most new Delaware homeowners never had a crawl space and might not know about sump pumps or dehumidifiers. Your sump pump may be old, and do you know how or if it operates? And dehumidifiers from big box stores are simply not rated for crawl spaces. Call Brazier's. Our friendly staff will inspect and test your system. That old sump pump, replaced, including a necessary alarm. And now a dehumidifier that actually handles the job. Call Brazier's today and get your crawl space updated by the experts.
Hi, I'm Delmarva Dave. We purchased this house in less than 30 days.
And I'm Christina, and the owners didn't have to make any repairs. Inherited, overwhelmed, or on the verge of foreclosure? We can buy your home so you can move on.
We buy all sorts of property, like this mobile home, even if they're in serious disrepair.
For as-is, fast cash offers on residential or commercial property anywhere in Delmarva, check out our local 5-star reviews.
And then call or visit us at delmarvadave.com today.
The House as a System approach sets FLC Energy apart from everyone. Advanced equipment like blower doors and thermal camera tests allow us to pinpoint the problem areas of your home and design solutions that last a lifetime. Before and after proof of our work allows us to offer up to $7,500 in rebates, when other experts can't. From healthy homes to insulation, crawl space encapsulations to energy audits, call FLC for control of your home's air quality, moisture, energy efficiency, and comfort.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, how you can enjoy the 40th annual Caroling on the Circle in Georgetown in December. And don't know what to do with leftover Halloween pumpkins? We got the solution for you. Plus, let's spill the tea together. Tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
'Cause I don't have the only woman who believed in me religiously.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
As we transition from one holiday to the next, here's something you can do with your pumpkins, and it's for a patriotic cause. The Big Chill Surf Cantina is hosting a pumpkin chunkin' event on Veterans Day. Registration fees from those who sign up to Sling in Squash will benefit the Wounded Warrior Project. All the action takes place from noon to 5 p.m. Saturday at the Big Chill Surf Cantina on Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach.
Looks like they were lining up to throw it like a shot put or something like that. That looks kind of neat and fun. Here's a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Now listen, we're going to have a summer-like day. Maybe I should be on the other side. It looks a little easier that way. Summer-like day for Thursday. So Thursday, tomorrow's going to be warm. Friday, it's going to be wet, like a spring shower. Saturday, we're going to enjoy Veterans Day because the sunshine will warm us up and make us mild throughout the daytime hours. But then Sunday, I'm going to need for you to go ahead and grab your winter coats. And I know if you're from here, you feel that. If you're from Alaska, like some people, when they look at me and laugh, okay, it's not Alaska cold, but it is our area cold, okay? Everything's relative. So, but we'll drop to below freezing, that's why. So that's the whole point. And we're going to stay in the 30s for the next few days, going into next week, till we get to about like Thursday of next week. Then we'll start warming back up to above the norm for this time of the year. But right in here, we're going to be cold Monday morning, even if you're from Alaska, Charlie.
See maybe a sweater, sweatshirt, something in that vein, Paul. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.